Hi everyone, today I'm going to be going over how to build rear mount engine vehicles such as Porsches into rear wheel drive drift cars. Usually I go over how they handle on each track, but this time I'm going to start with a stock car and build it up from there, and try to show you guys the important steps. So on the building side of things, with regular drift cars I leave the rear tyre width so the front is wider than the back. But with these ones you want the rear width widened, maybe even reversed and not as wide at the front, depending on how you want to set it up. But yeah, with these ones you want them widened at the rear as well, because of all the weight over the back from the engine. But other than that, just build it up as a regular drift car. I'd recommend leaving the wing off it. It just means extra tuning. I haven't actually covered that stuff. But yeah, anyway, I'll cover it at some point. If it's pretty far into S1, you may have to add a bit of weight reduction or widen the tyres, but it really depends on what car you're using there and how you want it to handle in the end. Now into tuning, you're going to want the roll bars to be loose to start with and the rear ride height higher than the front. It doesn't have to be noticeably different most of the time, it just gives this sort of torpedo effect into the corners. But yeah, the roll bars being loose is going to help you bring the car around it in the corners. Then I set the bump and rebound stiffness at around 7 to 7.5 for a start, and the rest is pretty much like a regular setup at this point. I probably need to cover them again, I haven't done it since my first video, but anyway, here's the main points. Max camber, max accel on the diff, and 0% decel. The gear's set with a max speed of around 200 to 250 somewhere. Going too far over that is just a waste of power most of the time. Then after that, take it out on the street and test it there. This may take a bit of retuning and adjusting. Just mess around with offsetting things, and if it makes it worse, reset it and try adjusting it the other side until you've got a rough build good enough to take into lobbies. If you're building it specifically for lobby drifting, I'd recommend not tuning it too much on the street and doing most of it in the lobbies. If you tune it too much on the road, you may overtune it and have a combination of problems and not know what to adjust. And something that handles on the street may not necessarily do as well scoring points. So yeah, I'd recommend just starting with a rough street tune and then fix it in the lobbies from there. And now that's what I'll do with this Porsche. I'll do what I did with the C areas and show you guys the better parts as well as the main adjustments I made. And I'll see you guys after that. And that pretty much does it for this one. I'll upload the tune for anybody who wanted it as usual, but compared to the other stuff I've covered, this should be easy mode. I'll probably try cover regular and smaller engine drift builds at some point soon if you guys wanted that. But yeah, other than that, good luck, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.